Hey guys, welcome back to Transformers G1 for Life, where I talk about G1 toys and related cartoon continuity. In one of my previous videos, I dove into the Constructicons G1 cartoon origin and discussed how the contradicting stories of how they came to be actually made sense. Long story short, they are from Cybertron, followed Megatron for 4 million years to Earth, and Megatron built them new bodies on Earth. End of story. So today, we're looking at my Constructicons. But before we get started, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Alright, these are cheap, I mean really cheap, knockoff from China. I bought these 7 years ago on eBay. It cost $18.50 for the set. My son was around 2 years old and was really into construction stuff, so I thought these would be cool to have without breaking the bank. The seller on eBay is no longer an active seller, so I don't know if this is even available anymore. But they are definitely cheap, and you definitely get what you pay for. This is the packaging that it came in, just a bubble packaging on a card back. There is nothing on the back of the box, nothing printed on there. On the front, you can see that it has a picture of Devastator, some Chinese writing. It says engineering at the top. It also says that at the bottom. And then we have 4 other words: building, disguise, ravage, and feeding, which are the names of 4 out of the 6 Constructicons in this set, or engineering bots in this set. So we see here on the instruction sheet all 6 of them. They are named building, feeding, picking, sanitation, ravage, and disguise. So we have our 6, and they do look really cool. But when you pick them up is when you notice the difference. This is unusually light, and it's because there's less plastic used in making these. There's lots of holes and spaces, so that way there was cost savings on the material that was being used. An example is this launcher piece here. It has no lever. That is one solid piece, and actually when you turn it over, you see that it's hollow in the bottom, no spring, nothing in there. The drill part, or Devastator's hand, just goes in there, and there's no functionality there. Nothing shoots out. So definitely lots of cost savings there. And you'll notice when we start to transform them that a lot of the heads don't fold or move. They are just made as one piece as a part of the body. It's not a separate piece that needed to be attached. So here are the 6, and just a who's who, because the names are different. The first guy is building. That's who we know as Scrapper. Then we have feeding, who is really long haul. Picking, whose name is Scavenger. Then we have sanitation, or Hook. We have Ravage, who's also known as Bone Crusher. And then finally, the guy in this set called Disguise is Mixmaster. Now the set came with almost all the accessories. What it's missing is 4 of the smaller guns, the 4 black ones, and it doesn't have the cannon or the gun or whatever you call it that goes on the side of Devastator's head. And the directions show each guy with a gun, and it shows the piece on the side of the head, but I don't have them. I have everything in bags, and I'm pretty good at keeping it all together, so I don't think I lost them. I just don't think that I ever had them. So anyway, let's get to transforming. Starting with Scrapper. Easy transformation, legs fold out, arms come out. This head doesn't move at all, and the legs here, that's one solid piece. I think in the original that may have been 2 separate pieces. Next is Long Haul, and everything on this guy is just super loose. The legs are loose, the top part is loose, everything is just loose, and even those arms are very loose. They look like they're even broken. That's just how it is together. This is the only one that has a head that actually folds in and folds out. With Scavenger, his head does not pull out, and it's just really tiny in there. And this piece in the middle that connects in when building Devastator is a piece of plastic that pulls out. If I recall correctly, I thought that was metal on the original, but yeah, here just a whole lot of plastic. Hook is one where you can really see that the quality isn't so great, specifically on the actual hook part. This does not swivel, it is just one solid piece of plastic. If I recall in the original, that would swivel, and I think it might have been chrome painted plastic, maybe it was even metal, I don't recall. But it is 2 pieces. That hook part will slide out. You can see here on the back that the plastic is open there, and you can see the 2 pieces, so with a little effort that does slide back and forth, and just like the others, this guy's head does not move. Bone Crusher is another one where you can really see the quality isn't so great, starting with the head that doesn't move, but really in the arms. They're ball and socket joints, but there's not enough space in between where they connect to the frame for this chest piece to get pulled up. You can't get the chest piece all the way up, but then you can't really maneuver the arms because it rubs up against that piece. Now, I don't remember what the original was like, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't like this. I'm pretty sure you still were able to pull the arms out slightly and then have them rotate around. Here, there's just nothing. They just rub up against that chest. And finally, Mixmaster. So real easy here. Arms pull out a little bit, and then he has this extra piece that sticks into the head. All 6 look pretty cool when they're in vehicle mode. They look decent when they are transformed. Obviously, there are the issues that I spoke about, which you can't really get around. I mean, it was a cheap knockoff, $18.50, so you kind of deal with that. It does make, if you were to actually want to play with them, it makes it kind of tough because they would, I feel they would break pretty easily. But anyway, let's keep moving forward and turn these guys into Devastator. So here is the combined Devastator. He looks pretty cool, good as a display piece if you can get him to balance properly and stand. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this knockoff set that I got. Again, only $18.50. You let me know if it was worth it. I think it was. Eventually I'll get a reissue gift set, something like that, a little bit better quality, but for now this is good. Please remember to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell, and please leave me comments. I will respond, and I'll see you next time. Transform and roll out.